Hi, welcome back to another video. So I'm going to do another weekend spins, but I've also got some recent purchases to show you. Last video I did was I went to the record fair in Southampton, as you may have watched. Like most record fairs I always tend to over budget, so I had some leftover money, so it went online on a few bits that I've been really after for a while. So I'm going to show you these purchases first, we'll go through all those and then we'll get to what I'm listening to this weekend. Right, first one, this is a good one here, been after this a while. This is Frigid Pink. This is their second album called Defrosted. The back cover's great on that as well. This is an original UK press on DRAM. I'm very pleased to get this one because I bought it once before from Discogs and it didn't play well at all. I actually ended up getting a part refund on it because they completely overgraded it and I never really bothered to play it again. But this one is in top order. It is in absolutely lovely condition. Musically, it's a heavy kind of raw bluesy record. Really, really good. Heavy riffing, great vocals, great guitars. Yeah. Really enjoyed this one. I've only played it once, but I'll definitely be playing it again. So that was a definite good one. Right, this one is a reissue. It's called Standing Stone by Oliver. Full name of the performer is Oliver Chapman. I've been after, sorry, I should say I've been wanting this to be reissued for years. There has been a reissue a good few years ago. I think it was on 10th Planet, but that is just so rare now. Fortunately, the Gerson label stepped in and have recently reissued it. It means it's going to be a great pressing. It's official. I bought a few by Gerson at the record fair actually as well, as you may remember from the last video. I haven't actually played this one yet. From what I gather, it is kind of in the acid folk vein. But I look forward to doing that one. So that is a very, very good one at all. Very, very good one indeed. Originals of that, if you would ever find one, would cost you thousands. It was originally a private pressing, so originals are insanely rare. So another one on, it's not quite on Gerson, it's on their sister label called Somor. This is called Fusion, or is it Fusion? I don't know. It looks like it should be pronounced Fusion. This is a Spanish prog rock record. I've not played it, I've never heard it, but it sounds like it could be good. There's a hype sticker on this one, and it compares them to Soft Machine, Egg, King Crimson, Gentle Giant, The Nice, Focus and Goblin. So it's probably going to be very, very good and right up my alley. But again, another great pressing on Somor Records. Spanish pressing, good quality and official. So pleased to get that. Both Oliver and Fusion were good prices as well. I was pleased to pick those up because being pressed in Spain, they aren't always easy to get here in the UK. A couple of Discogs purchases here. I've been after some of these for a while. These are two albums by X. So we have got More Fun in the New World and Under the Big Black Sun. These are originally pressed in Germany, but they were kind of pressed for the European market. They're not specifically for Germany. I got quite lucky on these because both of these were on Discogs and they were graded as VG. The shop I bought them from, I just noticed that they seem to grade everything as VG. It seemed to be a default, maybe a cautious grading. So I took a punt on them, and realistically I think they're probably better than VG. The records are absolutely fine. They do need a bit of a clean, which is not a problem at all. And the sleeves are absolutely okay. This one in particular, you don't see in the UK that much at all. There was hardly any copies of this for sale on Discogs, so I'm glad to have that. Musically, they are listed as a post-punk band. Again, I haven't played them yet. Like most of my purchases, I do take a while to get round to playing them. I'm sure I'll report back on another video in the future. So yeah, two good ones there. And now what I'm going to be listening to this afternoon First of all, I've been enjoying this one a lot lately. Now, I know I did show this in an earlier video when I just purchased it. It might have been in my very first video, actually. This is Fanny Adams. I've now played it. I was so pleased to get it, and it did not disappoint. I love those labels, bright colour labels. It's an original Canadian pressing on Cap Records, and it is in beautiful condition. We're looking at another kind of heavy bluesy riff-based bands, typical of the early 70s, definitely with some proggy elements in them. I really, this is really growing on me. I really like this and highly recommend it. If you can get hold of a copy, it's a great album. If you like your kind of early 70s prog rock, yeah, it's definitely one to get. Here's another good one. This is Ozabisa with their album Warrior. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I think the words "Am I pronouncing that right?" are going to be written on my tombstone the way I'm going. So this is a nice UK original, not particularly rare, didn't cost me an awful lot on the MCA label. That's on the Hexagon label. I've got their first album, this was a relatively recent purchase. I've only played this one once. I actually think it's a bit of a step forward from their first album. I think it's just slightly more mature and yeah, just a little bit more sort of pleasing to the ear. Everything seems to work. There just seems to be slightly better compositions. But it's great artwork from Roger Dean, who did most of the Yes album covers, among many others. So yeah, Flying Elephants, why not? So yeah, that's a good one. That only cost me £10 and it is in lovely condition. Next up for this afternoon, we've got Debut Album by Quiver. This is the only album I have by them. I've played it once, played it last week. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of, how would you describe this? I would say kind of rural rock. It's got a sort of slight country edge to it, a little bit of acid folk, but there's also a little bit of psychedelia in there. There is some experimentation. It is quite a laid-back listen, but yeah, I really liked it. So this is a UK original, as they normally are with me. Nice textured sleeve, and it's on the green Warner's label there. So again, highly recommended. Finally, we've got this one. This is a band called the Skeptics, and the album is called Smallygaster. Again, I've only played this one the once and did like it, so it's going to get repeated listens, obviously this afternoon. It's definitely in the post-punk vein. It's released. When was it released? 1986, was it? Let's have a look at it. Yes, 1986. Sorry, I should have done my homework on that. It's a post-punk kind of garagey record, sort of short tracks, well performed, well sung. This is definitely what I would call a proper indie record. It's on a label called Resonance. It's a good label actually. I have actually got a few albums on this label. This is what made me get this one, because if I find a label I like, I often sort of collect as much as I can from them. But Resonance is a proper independent label. So to my mind, this is what I would call an indie band. It's funny these days how the term indie gets banded about to describe bands of today, when it doesn't really actually sort of ring true. They seem to use the term indie for any band who just has guitars in them that's not heavy metal. That's my thoughts anyway. So yeah, this is a very good record. Very cheap indeed. This was only £8. I'd imagine if you looked online, you might get it for even less, to be honest with you. Lots of good bands on the Resonance label. And they're all very cheap. They do turn up from time to time. There's lots online, so yeah, well worth checking out. So that's all from me for today. I'd love it if you could comment. If you like what you see and you want to see more, I am going to be doing more videos. The channel is slowly growing, so this is a permanent thing for me now. So if you do like what you see, please subscribe. Hit the like button. comment all you want. I don't think I've had any comments yet, so you could be the first one. So take care, and I'll see you next time in another video.